Greetings everybody, it's Jim again, and here we're going to have a tutorial about adjusted dexterity. Now, dexterity changes in combat more than any other stat. It just fluctuates more, even more than you would think strength would, because strength, as you get hit, goes down, of course. But that doesn't, not to say that dexterity means more than any other stat. It doesn't. But at the same time, it definitely does fluctuate. And we've already gone over one of the ways that it does by armor. The more armor you have, the lower your dexterity goes. As we can see with our favorite three-lettered mongrel, Ulf, here, he goes down to a 7 after wearing this armor. And that number in the parentheses is your adjusted dexterity, which affects everything you do until that modifier goes away. Now, one of the other things that happens in combat is characters move. They move around and they try to get a better shot at everybody else. Well, Ulf here, if he moves here against Merrick, well, Merrick's first 3 hexes are his front hexes. There's no modifier there. But if he happens to get behind him, this is a side hex, and this is a side hex. That's going to give Ulf a +2 dexterity. Not only will he attack easier, he will attack quicker. Okay? And if he gets hit from behind, hits Merrick from behind, it's going to be a whopping +4 to hit. And in this game, modifiers of +2 and +4 are immense. I mean, you're rolling 3d6, not d20. Okay, so every +1 matters a whole lot more. Now let's go over. Let's say we got a giant here. Where's the front hexes with this guy? Well, the front hexes with the giant are a little bit different. The front hexes are here, 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 and here, and the side hexes are over here and over here, and of course the last row over here are the rear hexes for the giant. So now that we can take care of that, how about a 7-hex dragon? How about this bad boy? Where's this everything here? Actually, it's pretty simple. The first 4 are the front hexes, and there's no modifier there. But everything else, the 3 hexes on the sides are the sides, of course, right? These 3 hexes, and then just like the opposite of the front, these are the rear hexes that will get you the +4 to hit. So let's take care of that, and that is how facing works as far as adjusting dexterity. So one of the other ways that dexterity gets adjusted, and most dramatic ways, is when you take damage. Okay, if you take, like, let's say Ulf here, our favorite 3-lettered mongrel, as I've said, takes 5 points of damage. Anybody that takes 5 points of damage after armor's been knocked out will get a -2, and that lasts for 1 turn. Okay, that takes all the actions for next turn, and he's going to be at a -2. Once that action's done, then the -2 comes off. It's a very temporary thing. Now, let's say what happens when Ulf, let's say, only has 3 or less strength points left. What happens then? Well, that he inherits this nice little -3 that is attached to him like luggage until he gets healed. That is going to stay turn for turn. It can be combined with the -2, of course, as well. And remember, these, again, happen immediately, and they affect immediately. So Ulf with a 7 here, if he got hit with so hard that he took 7 points of damage, he would get, or I shouldn't say 7, enough damage where, in this case, it would be like, what, 10 points of damage, enough where he'd get a -2 and a -3. It would be combined, he would be down to a 2 dexterity, which means he's only hitting on critical hits, and he's going pretty much dead last. And I'm just going to put this in here while we're talking about it. If Ulf did take 10 points of damage, he would also go prone. Anytime you take 8 points of damage, you go just dead prone, and you can do nothing the next turn except for get up. So that's a beautiful thing there. So there's all kinds of things reacting to injury things that, you know, everywhere from 5 points to 8 points to losing strength, and that adds so much flavor to every battle. No battle is boring, and that, my friends, is the basics of adjusted dexterity. There are, of course, more things, especially with spells, trying to walk around slippery surfaces, all kinds of things. But that's the basics of it, and I'll see you next video.